Hey everybody, I'm Ramey.
And I'm Monica.
And we're Original Intent. And we just really wanted to jump on today. I kind of have something on my heart to share. And our son Zion is over here watching Mickey Mouse, so if he jumps in, just enjoy his cuteness. We're really excited to be here, and we're really excited to share from our hearts today. So, what we wanted to talk about today is actually a really big topic, and also it can kind of be something that Christians stumble with, because Christians can be very hesitant to take a jump sometimes, but not the people we're looking for. The people that we're looking for are people who are world changers and know it and are ready to jump, take a jump, and are ready to really actually take a risk with the Lord. So it's not a bad thing to take a huge risk. And I don't know what you guys think about this topic or what thoughts you might have on this topic, but often, you know, to have to find your God-given calling, it's gonna take a jump. It's gonna take you might even have this like, well, if this isn't the Lord, then this is kind of how it happens for me a lot. I feel like God's leading me like in a certain direction, and I see doors opening or closing as I go, and I start taking steps through different doors, and that's kind of how I discover what is His will. Sometimes I'll hear things. Sometimes people will give me a prophetic word that really encourages me to continue on this trajectory, or and yeah, and sometimes I'm saying, Lord, I believe that you are powerful enough that if this is the wrong direction, please stop me. Like, I give Him the permission to speak in a way that I can understand and interject. And I think this is a really powerful way to move forward, because do you believe that God is able to really influence your decision and to speak in a way that you can understand? Sometimes you have to do everything that it takes to make an opportunity work, and it's a fine line between striving and walking in the grace. Do you have something to say about that?
No, I don't think I do.
Yeah. So we want to hear your thoughts about your journey. We want to hear things that may pop into your mind as I was sharing. Also, I want to actually bring up a story from the Bible. In Jacob in the Old Testament actually probably faced something like this, in Isaac, and if you think about God's will for your life, like, you can think about a lot of these stories, and it actually really, what I'm saying will actually make a lot of sense. Like, Jacob was told, go and I'll show you the place. He wasn't given everything that he needed, all of the strategies, all of but he was...
That was Abraham, right?
Abraham?
Yeah.
Probably Abraham, yeah. But he was told, go in a direction and I will show you the way. Most of us would maybe say, no, like, maybe that's just what I want. Maybe we would talk ourselves out of our calling.
Or you need the full picture of what God's calling you to. But in reality, it's so often just stepping stones.
Mm-hmm.
And so one step forward, God will illuminate the next step forward. And it's really just walking with God.
Mm-hmm.
And patience, and you don't have to have it all figured out at the forefront to move forward.
Yeah, and if you're I just want to say this. Maybe this might be convicting for some and really encouraging for others. If you're facing a decision where you don't have all the pieces, and maybe Christians are putting the brake on you. They're saying, "Oh, you better fast. You better pray. You better make sure this is right."
Which we're not saying those things are bad. We love fasting and praying, and we agree with them.
Yeah, those are great ways to do it. But I'm saying that sometimes you know inside what's right, and worldly wisdom is given to you in disguise of godly wisdom. Sometimes you're supposed to take a jump, and I guess what I want to challenge you with is how many things have that you felt like, wow, this is from the Lord, have you just passed by because it didn't happen the way you thought,
or just because there's resistance doesn't mean it's necessarily God closing the door. Sometimes you just got to continue walking forward, and resistance is normal, and it's okay.
Yeah,
and it's good. And it really takes just an awareness with God, and being present and being aware of really like where exactly He's leading you in that moment. But as you move forward, there will be resistance. There will be hardship. It's not going to be easy.
Even.
But that's okay, and you can keep moving forward with the Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess the main thing that I wanted to address today is that, are there stoppers in your life that are actually not godly wisdom but worldly wisdom? Like they're things like fear, they're things like they feel like, no, I have a calling on my life,
or just being overly cautious, being overly safe in a sense. So we're not saying go out and just make a random decision. Go on.
But I think there's too many voices that tell us to be safe and secure, and we sometimes need people to say, actually, you need to fulfill your God-given calling. Actually, you're made to influence the world in a powerful way, and because you're not stepping out, people are missing out on like God in you. And I'm not saying, I guess there's a fine line between, like striving and the grind and then grace. And I think inside when it's right. And I think we have to trust what God has put in us, and hear those voices that, okay, there's those people in your life that speak, that you start noticing the voices that speak into your life. Are there people that always say to you, yeah, I knew that would be a bad decision, but I didn't want to tell you, or they're always speaking negative things into your life, and it sounds like wisdom. And then we have both of these kind of people in our life. And then there's those people that they champion you. They're really excited for what God's doing, and then they may ask you questions that really help you move forward and direct where you're going. But the difference is huge. And it's not that you're taking people out of your life that speak against what you're doing, because that could be really important. But you have to discern actually the spirit behind how people are talking. Is someone always telling you that your dreams are not good and that God is not in it? Then you need to actually be careful who you share things with.
Yeah.
Your dreams with.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of you have to, like, it's important to have trustworthy relationships with the people that you share those treasures to. Mm-hmm. Have safety in the relationship. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so the Bible actually talks about this. There is wisdom in many counselors. That is really important. But it doesn't mean that you have to share your pearls with swine. It doesn't mean you have to share your gems of excitement with people that always smother it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we have people in our life, like Rainey's parents are so supportive, and they love just encouraging us. And so, like, when we share an idea with them, like Rainey's dad will be like, there's been times before where we're like, maybe we're not gonna do that, and he's literally told us, like, oh, will you regret it? Mm-hmm. And that's the Father's heart. I think the Father's heart is that, not I think, I know, that's the Father's heart, is that he wants to champion us, and
he wants to be present in our decision making.
Yeah. And the dreams in your heart really matter, and we just want to come alongside you and say that it matters, the things that you aspire to do. And I just want to ask you, like, if you don't move forward, are you going to regret it?
Right. And that's a really important, see, because we undermine our needs to fulfill our calling. And there's plenty, we could be some of those people that tell you, like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that. But we believe there's plenty of people that do that, actually. So we want to provide the other side, mm-hmm. where we're saying, no, go, mm-hmm. and believe that God is going to direct you. See, I'm passionate, like,
and sometimes it looks like stepping stones. Like, we still have, we're still dreaming big. We have huge dreams. We see God, as we take steps forward, faithfully unfolding them. Mm-hmm. And like one of our dreams is that, it might sound silly almost, but for about 3 or 4 years now, we've been dreaming about moving to Hawaii. And we've taken a step to Florida, and this is like perfect, but it's still like in our heart that, like, okay, like we need to go, like what was I'm blinking, see Caleb, like Caleb and Joshua, we need to go check it out and see, because this is a dream that's been in our heart for so long, and we want to explore it. We don't know when the timing will be or what it looks like, or but we at some point we want to take that step forward and kind of dive into that dream and see, like, okay, God, is this something that, like, you want to bring about?
Right.
But for us, taking a step to Florida was one step closer to that dream.
Right. And so we have vision to see people. This is the antithesis of like the dream. and we'll see people go through every step of it. But our dream is to see people become influencers in business. See, the world is at a place right now where I believe there is so much hope and so much excitement around God's people stepping up and forming the world through stepping into their God-given calling.
Imagine what could change in our culture. Sorry, Mickey got paused. Imagine what could change in our culture, what could change in the world. Just like if you actually stepped into the dreams that God has over your life, or began stepping in. I think that your whole life is going to be a journey toward fulfilling the dream of God over your life. But as you faithfully move forward, if believers did that, like all across the world, like we talked with one guy who is so inspiring. He wants to go to every country and share the gospel. And he's been to 50 already, and he's dreaming and seeking God about like how he can continue going to the rest of them. So just like the impact that like his act of faithfulness will have on so many lives. My friend who helped bring me to Jesus, she invited me to come and live with her and her roommates in Kansas City so I could just dive into community and fall in love with Jesus. And her one small act of faithfulness changed the trajectory of my life. And I'm so, so thankful. So like your one small act of faithfulness could like completely change someone's life. It could change millions of people's life. The impact you have on one person, or that one step of faithfulness that you take, that one step that Abraham took, trusting God, like when God said, go and I'll show you, like that's changed the world. That literally like God covenanted with Abraham that like the world would be saved through his seed. And so like Abraham's obedience, like in a sense, saved the world because he like his obedience ushered the Christ in.
Yeah, so we see college teachers, university teachers who have a passion to instill, to bring back like quality teaching where they love their students, and they teach science, where they teach world history, but ultimately are loving Jesus. Doctors who hear God and do their art with passion and ultimately loving Jesus. We see people rising up.
Governmental leaders rising up. People that right now their dreams have been smushed and suppressed. We see you rising up and fulfilling your God-given calling. We see you starting your way towards those God-given dreams and callings. And we see that those dreams could be fast-forwarded if you're willing to partner with those people that are going to champion you, those people that will mentor you. And maybe today, this is a call to start investing in yourself. Start seeing the higher calling. Make investments in yourself that have a return. And this may take a huge risk, but you have to discern, okay, maybe I've been playing it too safe in my life, and maybe I have a passion that the world needs to see. We see the world changing. We see the world shifting. We see Christians stepping up and really taking a chance, but not mindlessly. We see them taking a chance because they know their God and they know themselves. Yeah, that's so good, May.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but I forget.
So I want to challenge you to put a 1 in the comments if this is something that you really desire, to be mentored, to be poured into, to be championed, to grow past where you're at right now. Because I'm telling you, you are not going to get past the place where you are stuck unless you do something that you've never done before. See, you're getting the results that you're getting because of what you're doing. And you can't expect any different results unless you're willing to take a chance and do something that you've never done before. So I challenge you. We're gonna actually put a call, our link to a free 15-minute call in the comments. Now, this call will actually go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say we'll hear where you're at and
Yep.
like what obstacles you're facing, what you've already done to try to move forward, and we'll give you something that you can do right now to move forward.
So I challenge you to book a call with us. Our spots are actually filling up really fast. This week we were kind of overwhelmed with the amount of calls that were booked. It's filling up really fast. So I would challenge you to go to the comments once we've posted this video and press the link. No pressure. We will talk with you and we'll give you stuff right then and there on the call that you can do to change the trajectory of your life. So
No, you want mommy hold you?
we love you guys, and look at this cutie. Look at this cutie right here. He is a world changer. We love you guys. We're really honored that you would watch this video and also get engaged and comment and get involved in our community. We have the Original Intent community. If you want more videos like this, follow us, like our page. It's the Original Intent community, and get ready for your life to be.
Yeah, and one thing that I wanted to add was actually research shows that more than 50% of Christians think that finding their calling is a solo journey, but all throughout the Bible and just scientifically we know that like we can't do life alone. We can't make those decisions alone. Like we need support, we need community,
Mentorship.
One pastor I remember shared with me how you like if you're trying to if you're trying to pursue your God-given calling on your own, like that can actually leave you open to like even greater just attack from the enemy. And I don't want to like cause fear or anything, but
We
there's
need each
strength in community. We need each other. Yeah, and so I just want to encourage you, like, go to the Word, go to the Bible, search for yourself, and you'll see that like we need each other. Jesus didn't just choose one disciple; He chose 12. And all throughout Proverbs, it talks about there's wisdom in like Rami quoted, many counselors.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that if you make a radical move, I believe that you can radically figure out how to make that move, that risky move that's going to get you actually more movement in your life. You need to have your life fast forwarded. You waited long enough to get your calling started. So we love you and we're excited for you. We're excited for where you're gonna go and to become part of your story. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye.